Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day you're watching this broadcast. This is Dr. Eric Tangumonkem with IEM Approach, where we inspire, equip, and motivate people to discover God's great potential in them, develop that potential, and deploy it. At IEM Approach, we believe in a holistic approach to success because we believe that life does not end here. There is an afterlife. And we have to live our life with that understanding and in preparation for what will happen when we exit this life. And that is why Jesus asked a very important question that I want you to think about it today before we get into the subject of our broadcast. And the question is, what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world, yet forfeit his soul? And what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? If you had just 24 hours to live, what will you do? If you were told you have just 24 hours to live, out of a sudden, it's going to be down on you that all your achievements don't mean anything. All the money you may be having in the bank don't mean anything. All the houses, the land, the crypto, the trophies, the promotions, the certificates, the degrees, the clothes, the shoes, the hats, the ties, the guns, the cars, the jets, the accolades, papers published, books written. The list can go on and on. Please, don't get me wrong. There isn't anything wrong amassing degrees. I have a terminal degree myself. There isn't anything wrong in amassing wealth. I encourage people to reach their full potential. I encourage people to win big. However, please, don't lose sight of what truly matters. And that is your soul. Your soul is more important than anything else. You have a creator. And if you haven't been reconciled with God, if you are not in relationship with God, if you don't know God, it's going to be important for you to do that. Because it's appointed unto man once to die, and after death, judgment. You will meet God when you exit. It doesn't matter if you believe it, if you like it, if you feel it or not. That is what is going to happen. And you don't want to be taken unaware when you exit, because sooner or later, we are all going to exit. I'm going to be talking about consistency today, and why consistency is a game changer, and why consistency should be your best friend, and why you should use consistency to reach your full potential. You already have potential. All of us, everybody has potential. And that is why we have been admonished to guard our minds, for out of it springs the things of life. And we've also been admonished to be transformed by the renewal of our mind. We are all born with all what we need to become all what we're created to be, so that we can achieve our purpose. Unfortunately, when we are born, we allow other people, our environment, and our experiences to recondition our minds, and we stop believing in the potential that is in us. Everybody is created in God's image and likeness. That is huge. Every human being has God's stamp on them. You need to believe that if you want to do well. Well, that is discussion for another day. Today, I'm focusing on consistency and why consistency is what you need. Consistency is a two-edged sword. In other words, if you keep doing what you are doing right now, yet you don't like the results you are getting, and what you are doing right now is not taking you to where you want to be, if you consistently keep doing it, you are going to keep on having the same results. That is why it's very important for you, before you become consistent, you have to be very careful on the direction you want to go. According to the Merriam Webster Dictionary, consistency is agreement or harmony of parts of features to one another or a whole. And I like this quote by John Maxwell. He says in his 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, he says, small disciplines, I like the word small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements, gained slowly over time. So he's talked of small disciplines. So I want you to, each word there, we can spend the next 1 hour elaborating on each word that he has used. He chose those words very carefully. And I want you to think about every word. It will change your life. He says you need small, you need discipline, you need to be repeated, and every day, slowly and over time. Slowly and over time. Unfortunately, we live in a generation that wants fast results. Right now, some of us are having weight issues. Maybe it's taking you 30 years to put on that weight that you're struggling with right now. 30 years of consistently eating junk food. 30 years of consistently not exercising. 30 years of consistently drinking junk. And all of a sudden, you want to take a month and get back to shape. You want to take a month and lose all the weight and look great. That is a recipe for disaster. Never forget, it took you 30 years or 20 years or 10 years to put on all the weight you are struggling with. Please don't forget that. To get the results you want, it's going to be very important to take small steps, repeat them slowly over time, plus consistency, then you will get the result that you desire. This is another quote by Tony Robbins. He says, for changes to be of any true value, they got to be lasting and consistent. They got to be lasting and consistent. Where you are right now, the size of your bank account, the size of your investments, the quality of your relationship, the quality of your marriage, the quality of your health, everything about you, how happy you are, how sad you are, the level of your promotion, the advancement in your career, everything about you right now as you're listening to me is a result of consistency. It's a result of consistency, and it is on you. You have repeatedly over time made certain decisions that have landed you where you are right now. It is easy for you to get distracted and blame the economy, blame your boss at work, blame your wife, blame your children, blame your husband, blame your ethnicity, blame the color of your skin, blame your level of education, blame everybody except you, and you try to use it as an excuse for why you are the way you are, for why your bank account is the way it is, for why your investments are the way they are. You can blame, you can make excuses, and you can complain. You can say life did not treat you well, and that you had no opportunities. Nothing is going to vindicate you from the decisions you've taken consistently over time. And this is huge. You can go down the rabbit trail of blame, complaining, and making excuses. And I'm here to guarantee you, it doesn't work. It makes you feel good. It makes people sympathize with you. That's all you get. To actually change your situation, to actually move you from point A to point B, to actually deliver, you have to wake up and make some changes. You have to wake up and start taking some baby steps. You have to repeat them slowly and over time, and it's going to deliver. Israelmore Ayivor says this when it comes to consistency. Do it again and again. Do it again and again. Consistency makes the raindrops to create holes in the rock. What is difficult can be done easily with regular attendance, attention, and action. I'm a joy scientist. And rocks are broken down mechanically and chemically over time. Over time. The rock is exposed. During the day, the sun hits the rock. The rock has to accommodate the heat by expanding. In the night, the temperature drops. The rock is smart. It has to accommodate the temperature drop by contracting. With time, this repeated, consistent expansion and contraction will create cracks in the rock. And with time, the rock will start falling apart. Well, there are other forces involved. But what we're saying is this: even rocks that look to be unmovable, unshakable, tiny raindrops will cause them to break down. The question you should be asking yourself is this: what are you currently consistently doing when you get up each day? What are the health habits that you are consistently doing on a daily basis? The small steps, you're repeating them over time, or you just live anyhow and then you are surprised at the result you're getting. It doesn't work like that. I was pumping gas yesterday at a gas station, and I saw the wear and tear on one of the display dashboard where you have to press to say enter for you to pump the gas. People have consistently pressed it. I don't know how many thousands or millions of times people have pressed it. And the thing is already wearing out. That is the power of consistency. Anything in your life that you want a change in, if you take small steps over time, slowly, plus consistency, you are going to move mountains. That's why Jesus said, faith as small as a mustard seed has the potential to move mountains. We all started small, isn't it? And how did we become fully grown babies and now adults, for those of us who are adults? Consistent cell division. Two cells merge and started splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting and splitting consistently. Small steps. Unfortunately, most of us want to start big. If you go to the hospital with your wife and she puts to bed a baby that is already having a mustache or fully formed breast, teeth, and the child comes out and it's like, please, I'm hungry, I want to eat. I guarantee you, you're going to run out of the hospital bed, even with the doctors. Everybody's going to head for the door. Then why do you want to run a $1 million business or $10 million business when you haven't managed $100, $1,000? Do you see why you are failing? Do you see why you are stuck? Because you are trying to chew more than you can swallow. Don't be afraid to start small. The game changer is inconsistency. The game changer is in taking those small steps and taking them repeatedly over time. This may not sound sophisticated, but it is a principle that has a potential to change your life. It's a principle that has a potential to be a game changer, to revolutionize your life. If you take small steps, I mean, take for example, trying to run 100 miles in a day. For somebody who doesn't run, you will fail. No matter how much motivated you are, you can tell yourself, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. You will fail. If you've not been training and conditioning your body, you cannot get up on a single day and go run 100 miles. You cannot. However, you can still run the 100 miles. If you just run a mile a day, within 100 days, you run your 100 miles. It's very simple, very easy to do it. But to get to the 100 miles, you must do it a mile a day, a mile a day. And right now, some of us are waiting for a pay raise. We're waiting to make more money before we start saving and investing. How long have you been waiting? The struggles you're having are not going to go away anytime soon. When you start making more money, you want to upgrade your car. You want to get a bigger house. You want to get better clothes. You want to eat in more fancy places. You want better shoes and better that and better this. So you get an upgrade, you earn more, you upgrade, you spend more. And that is why most people get trapped. They never break out. And that is why right now, the way forward is for you to work with what you're already having and add consistency to it. If all you can save right now is 50 cents, go for it. If you started saving, let's say $1 a day, by the end of the month, you have 30. If you did 50 cents a day, 50 cents a day, you have $15 at the end of the month. 10 months is 150. Yeah, it doesn't look a lot. However, when you move from 10 months to 20 months to 30 months to 40 months to 50 months to 60 months to 1,000 months, you'll be surprised by what is going to happen. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Please, if you cannot run a mile now, can you just do half a mile? Today. Tomorrow you do another half. The next another half. By the end of the week, you will surprise yourself. Whatever you want to do, stop waiting. To move mountains in a day, it doesn't work like that. Most of us are stuck. We're not going anywhere. We are confused. We are perplexed. We are discouraged. We are giving up hope because we see people who are already doing a lot and we just want to be like them. No. You need to get the behind story of these people when they started. I was reading an article on LinkedIn yesterday, and this person was talking about the history of companies like Apple. Apple was started in 1976. Coca-Cola was started in the later part of the 19th century. All of a sudden, Coca-Cola is in every country of the world. So when you look at it today, you forget the time that has passed. You can become the next Coca-Cola, but you need to start today and give it time. Don't be afraid to give it time. And that is why you need to run away from people who tell you you can get rich quick. You're going to pay a price, for circumventing time. And in most cases, they will dupe you of your money. You'll be lured into this program. And when you get in, after you've paid the money for this so-called guru knowledge, they will then tell you the reality that you need to put in the hard work, you need to put in the time. If money was that easy to come by, these people would have just been multiplying what they're already having. If they're interested in taking your money, I want you to think about it. Instead of looking for shortcuts, instead of looking for the easy way out, if I were you, I would start with the right vision to go towards the right direction, and I will set sail and take it a mile at a time, a day at a time. You must have heard the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, just a single step. If you take the first step, which is usually the most difficult, if you can have the courage to take the first step, to save that first dollar, you do it again and again and again and again and again. What is happening is that you're going to build a habit. You're going to build a habit. And when that habit takes over, not only are you going to be unstoppable, you're going to move mountains, you'll reach your full potential. I'm at a stage of my life where I don't like blowing smoke. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my own time. I talk about what I do. I read a lot, but I apply. And if I apply, I have results. I just like to help people. That is why I'm having this conversation with you today. I'm not trying to sell anything to you. I'm sharing my gift. I've been doing push-ups consistently. Since the year started, I've already done, let me do the math. How many push-ups I've done since the year started? It's changed my life. Some of these ideas. Where's my calculator? So on the average, I do 300 push-ups every day. We are in the 48. Yeah, I've done 14,400. So if I add the 10 extra that I do 5 days a week, so 14,400. So we're looking at maybe almost another 400 from the 10 extras that I do. So I'm looking at almost 14,800. Let that number sink. 14,800. Yeah, because I do just 300 a day. I don't fail a day. Just do it. You build a habit, then you build the muscles. You build the health. You can apply in every area of your life. It's going to change your life. But if you consistently grumble and complain and murmur and blame and stay in envy and jealousy and regret, guess what? You're going to get nothing. Instead, your blood pressure will go up. Your self-esteem will go down. And you'll be miserable. As somebody has said, or as Albert Einstein, you cannot use the same strategies that landed you into the trouble that you are right now to get out of that trouble. And I'm just here today. I know some of you are at work. I don't want to keep you longer than this. Is that you need to make some changes and stick to it. Take some baby steps. Don't wait to have $1,000 to invest in the stock market. You can start with as low as $5. Take the plunge. Take the plunge. Don't wait to have $1 million to start a business. You can start with nothing. Take the plunge. Take baby steps, be consistent, and you'll be amazed with the results that you're going to get. I want to thank you for watching. If anything resonated with you, please share on the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I will strongly encourage you to do so as well. And you stay tuned for more updates. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me see if I have a question here that I need to address before I go. Somebody made a comment here. Let's check it out. Okay, so if you have any question, if you have any comments, let me know. Remember, make consistency your best friend. God bless you. Have a fantastic day.